Welcome, bienvenidos, benvindu, to the Soccermetrics Copa Libertadores show, part of the SDH network. The only English language show devoted to South America's premier club competition. I'm your host, Howard Hamilton, the founder of Soccermetrics. I'm recording this episode on Sunday, February 8th, Super Bowl Sunday. This episode was supposed to be recorded last Thursday or Friday, after the conclusion of last week's first preliminary round matches. Unfortunately, I fell sick on Thursday, and I had no voice on Friday. Thankfully, I'm almost fully recovered, but instead of recording two separate episodes in quick succession, I'm going to create an abbreviated episode, looking back at each of the three first leg matches, and then preview the return legs to be played later this week. Let's get started with the encounter between the Strongest and Deportivo Táchira in La Paz. And the Strongest would win this match 2-1. Two penalties deciding the encounter for the Bolivian side in an entertaining game. Jaime Arrasqueta opened the scoring with a 56-minute spot kick after Carlos Ventura was taken down in the penalty area. Táchira leveled 7 minutes later through Carlos Calzadilla's flying kick off a corner, and Victor Abrego scored the winner 7 minutes from time after Adrian Estacio was tripped up in the box. The series will turn to Venezuela next week, and it's still wide open for both teams. Next we turn to Montevideo, where a sparse crowd came to Estadio Centenario to watch Juventud versus Ecuador's Universidad Católica. And it would be the visitors who left with a 1-0 victory. John Chancellor heading home the lone goal 2 minutes into the second half, more than making up for Jose Fajardo missing a penalty just before halftime. Católica have the hammer as the tie moves up to Quito on the 12th. With a high-altitude match against what is, to be fair, an inexperienced and limited squad, it's going to be very difficult for Juventud to turn this tie around. Finally, we go to Paraguay, where another Libertadores debutant, Segundo de Mayo, took on Alianza Lima. And in this match, it would be the debutants who would make full use of their home advantage with a 1-0 victory. Diego Acosta scoring the lone goal 6 minutes from time. Alianza Lima have done really good work of advancing to the group stage from the preliminary rounds, and they're going to need a really strong effort in Lima next week to turn this tie around. And with that, that's how the first halves of the first preliminary round concluded. Now, a reminder that this week you can follow all three matches on either Fanatis, Fubo Sports, or YouTube, where the radio broadcast will be streamed. You can also view XG maps and other graphics on my Soccermetrics account. And if you want to follow me and send a comment or question, you can feel free to send those to that account as well. You may also send questions or comments to Soccer Down Here or to Jason Longshore at Longshoe. This podcast is also posted to Facebook and YouTube, and you can contribute to the conversations there. I'll be back later in the week to review the second legs of the first preliminary round and give you the matchups for the second preliminary round. This has been the Soccermetrics Copa Libertadores show, proudly part of the SDH network. See you later. Hasta luego, e até mais.